What we want to focus on this morning in particular is about how we can actually change some of the cultures or look at addressing some of the cultures in the workplace so we can reduce the prevalence of mental illness and the issues around that. Our focus this morning is more around the mental health, the positive implications and the impacts that we can have in the workplace.
This is a true thing, because the reality is when we're going to work this morning, we're taking a lot of other things with us, and we might not be happy. And it's really important, I think, that we're in a state of we'll come to it in a moment, but in a state of joy or happiness. So I'm just going to ask you the question, what are you taking with you to work this morning? Are you going to take any anger? Are you going to take any fear, maybe? Are you going to take any grief or sadness? And the reality is, ladies and gentlemen, these are all very, very fundamental and important emotions that we do carry around with us as human beings.
One workplace setting which may be particularly important to focus on is small to medium enterprises. And this is for a number of reasons. In particular, looking at small to medium enterprise owner-managers, they may be more susceptible to the predictors of depression or stress and anxiety, as they have experienced high workloads and they have a limited access to the resources that some larger organisations may have access to.
You know, we've experienced in our workplace the undermining that goes on. We've experienced the put-downs, them against us. But it's up to each and every one of us to actually go back into our workplaces and say, we're not going to have disrespectful behaviours from this day forth. We're actually going to start to respect each other in the workplace.
For some organisations or work units, only small changes will be needed, but for some it's going to be about organisational transformation, and that's got to come from the top. And it can be starting with something which seems administrative but was actually a really important symbol, and that's having a health and wellbeing policy in the workplace. Once you have that in place, you're setting the tone for the organisation.
Now, WorkCover provide a good resource. You've got advisors that can come out and talk to us about how we might do these things, and I don't have all the answers, but if we build it into the agreement so that it's an ongoing daily ritual, if you like, then that provides support, not only support in the workplace, but it provides some sort of regime of ongoing, checking on the issues you're talking about, because we have a problem, we get an advisor in, they sit around in a room, we have a chat, and then that's the end of that. But it needs to be ongoing, continuous. Health and safety from a physical point of view was implemented years ago, and we all know about that. Well, now it's maybe time to shift focus a little bit and make it about mental illness, mental problems as well.